have talked about this camera before, but I'm talking to you today about it for a very particular reason. The lens. I did mention this in a previous video that I went to Photographica recently, which is a great photographic fair in London organised by the Photographic Collectors Club. And one of the dealers had a box and a lens, and it was this 55 4.5 Mamyia lens, and I had been looking for this lens for a long time. And as you can see, the box is in really good condition. It still had the packaging in the box and accessory for the C220 camera. So this enables your Mamyia twin lens reflex to become a right-angled twin lens reflex. And a couple of things about the use of this before I start. First of all is in changing the lens. To change the lens, you've got to put it onto unlocked. That actually blocks the... I can then remove the lens here by carefully moving this down and moving the lens. And then I could put the standard lens on, a telephoto, or I'm actually going to put this lens back. Carefully hold it in position and put it up there. Then remember to put it back onto unlock. Really important that you remember this. Locked is when the light is going through, unlocked is when you can move the lens. I have known people have problems, and I once did it. I forgot, and then I faulted the film completely. Now, you will notice the focusing, and there's an indicator here to show this, but when you are in infinity, you aren't actually fully in, if that makes sense. So the infinity is different on the bellows with different lenses. So be careful when you are focusing, and don't worry if you suddenly think, oh, but the lens isn't right in. It won't be because of the way optics work. So, as you can see, it's not the fastest of the lenses, but it is, I would say, on the 6x6 format, to me it's equivalent to about a 28mm lens. It might be a little bit wider, and I'm sure someone will comment if they think it is. But as you can see, this was in beautiful condition. It wasn't the cheapest lenses, but I was happy to pay what I paid for it because it came from a very good dealer. It came with the box and instructions. He had actually had the lens checked and serviced. So I was in fact getting to me, what is as good as a new lens. But the test of the lens, as always, is in the taking. So let's see what results I got from using this 55mm Mamyia 4.5 lens. It was evening, a June evening, when I took the C220 out with its 55mm lens. Here's the back garden, and here is some chaos in the kitchen, but the evening light, I think, is just gorgeous. You have this sort of golden light. This was taken about, I think, about 7:30, 8 o'clock in the evening, almost midsummer. And again, the light coming through this bathroom window is just nice light. Now, this is the High Street in Dorchester. They're doing a lot of work by the traffic lights halfway along, and it's in the daytime, it's chaos along here, but as you can see, evening light here, this gorgeous old wall here at the end of Ice and Ray. The camera is actually performing very well, and the great thing about a 55mm lens is it enables you to get a lot in. Yes, you can have perspective issues and you can get some distortion, but that is basically the thrill of the lens, I think. This is Lloyd's Bank, which is just about to be closed, so I wanted to photograph it as it was before it closed, and I also wanted to get some of the traffic works in. Someone said to me recently, don't you get bored of shooting the same scenery? Well, not really, because of light, because of changes in society and the changes in structure of buildings and roads and the way things are always changing. Actually, things do change, and you aren't actually photographing the same thing. It might be the same building, but the light could be different. You could be a bit different. The camera is different. The way you are seeing, the way you are thinking. Photography is, I think, a lot more complex than a lot of people sometimes think. But basically, getting back to this lens, it's a pleasure to use. I'm going to look forward to using it more. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.